There is a new flashpoint this morning in Donald Trump's global trade war. That threatened 35% tariff is now in place on some Canadian goods. This is the latest attempt by Washington to tighten cross-border trade. And one Canadian industry that Washington has taken particular issue with is dairy. The dairy industry falls under CUSMA regulations, but U.S. President Donald Trump has repeatedly complained, saying it's an unfair deal for his country's producers. To tell us more, we are joined now by Brett Ruskin, who is in Nova Scotia at a dairy farm. Brett, tell us a little bit about where you are and what dairy farmers are saying about the trade tensions.
Yeah, Katie, welcome to Middle Musquodoboit, Nova Scotia. This dairy farm here is one of hundreds in the province, one of thousands in the country that, again, are CUSMA compliant, so they fall under that agreement, so they aren't facing this new 35% tariff that so many industries are waking up to today. However, they have been in the crosshairs of Donald Trump's comments and posts and tweets talking about how it's an unfair deal, according to him, in terms of the American producers moving their goods here to Canada. So overall, each year, around $800 million worth of dairy products come from the United States to Canada. Around $300 million worth of Canadian dairy products head south of the border. And America has kind of earmarked, they have the ability to produce and have up to 3.6% of the overall Canadian dairy market. Do they reach that threshold? No. And so there's no tariffs that typically get imposed upon American dairy products. Still, though, we have seen Trump talk about them quite a lot over the last number of weeks and months. So dairy farmers are watching closely to see what might happen, but they aren't too concerned in terms of these latest trade tensions. Here's what one dairy farmer that co-owns this farm has to say about the current trade talks.
I'm confident with dairy. Our federal government has told us that they really don't see this as part of our negotiation necessarily for our trade deal deadline for the Friday. It's probably more of let's see what we need to discuss during the CUSMA review, which we were part of for the CUSMA agreement for 2026. And so we'll let the facts play out and see what comes forward there.
And so watching the facts closely as they relate to the dairy industry here. Again, the dairy industry is CUSMA compliant, so they're not facing that same 35% tariff that other industries are. But we do know that Donald Trump has mentioned the unfair treatment that CUSMA imposes on American producers, American processors for the dairy industry. So we'll have to see if the dairy industry becomes a topic of discussion for future trade talks. And so dairy farms here could be among those affected. Now, Katie, fewer cows than we had last hour. I think they moved on literally to greener pastures. But no, it is still one of the many dairy farms here. Nice to visit. Nice, calm atmosphere here. So
there is nothing like live television and unpredictable, lovely animals behind you. So they seem very much to be behaving themselves now. So that is a good thing. Brett, thank you very much.
Thanks.